There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48, built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Hey, take 26. Hold. Hey, Lex.
Hey, alert 3.
Plant.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13.
Inside. Hey, orbit.
Now Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Here comes Cohen. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Nearly a huge return. As it is, still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Bears take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Trubisky will throw. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain there of 21 yards.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. He's got White here. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, Hey, we got everybody cut. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? They were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
On second and very short, Trubisky, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to third and inches. Now Trubisky. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in instead?
And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown Bears. Allen Robinson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Now Trubisky will lead the Bears up to go for 2.
Christone, travel.
Safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Lock in, lock in.
Use the mic. Trick, use the mic. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Now Trubisky to throw. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Dancing to his left. He's got Adams on the hookup. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
Hey, you don't want to see me. Now, listen. Hey, echo.
Snap comes at 1. Open man is Allison, complete. Rodgers to Allison, good for a Green Bay first down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
10-30. Hey, high 7.
One quarter down, 8-0 the score.
Here we go.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
88. Five.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Go. Out. Jump out.
To throw, it's Rodgers. This complete to Jones. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
At the 13-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Come. Check the back. Check the back.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
3rd and 5.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Go. Mike, 58, right there. Watch the run. Watch the run. It's shots, baby. That's a baby shot. 58 for Mike, 58. On the 50. Here we go.
Working from the gun. Rodgers. Got a man. That's Allison. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook. but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So another third down conversion, and now they've got a first and goal.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. 3 down. 3 down.
He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
I know you feel that.
Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Slam, slam, slam. Back one. Box it, box it, box it, box it.
Get moving. You got to get that. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Joker, 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 joker. Hey, hey, watch this.
They'll try again with Jones. They give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be third and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down territory.
On third down, it's Gardner, and not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Defense didn't budge on third down. Now what are we going to see on fourth?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Well, that will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny, we had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator, and what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Vanderbilt's own Oren Burks had the tackle defensively.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Let's go. You tight.
They'll try the right side here with White. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On third down, Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
So on fourth down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches, there's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't been an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation, it's very cut and dry. Win, and you're in the playoffs. That's their mission. That's their challenge. And you know they've chosen to accept it.
And what they told us is this has been the most focused week of practice we've had all year. You wouldn't expect any different.
Yeah, and you know at the beginning of the season, you have multiple goals. They just have one now. Win the game.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a third and about 3 to go.
It's third down and 4.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down.
Three down. Hey, Mike.
58, right over there.
Hey, Charlie.
58, right there.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Buying time to his left. Open here is Allison. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So following the holding call, what can they do here on third and long?
58, boys, 58. 58, Mike. Let's go.
Right now. You got 58.
Slam.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Forced out to his, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's J.K. Scott now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. On the return is Cohen. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over first and 10.
Come on. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. I'm here all day.
Play action. Now Trubisky. Lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Even.
Get 300. Get 300.
48's the Mike.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Kyle Fuller there defensively.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
58's the Mike. Go 58's the
Hey, Delta.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 50.
Inside.
Hey.
Rodgers will try again on second down. Looking deep for Adams. This is caught inside the 15. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
On first down, Rodgers flushed out right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10.
58, boys.
Hey, Alpha.
Check. 58's the Mike. 58's the Mike.
Jim.
You ain't doing nothing.
Easy.
58's the Mike. Go 58's the Mike.
Here's Rodgers to throw again. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on third and long. They'll run it with Jones. He's to the 10, and he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. And his kick is good. And a second field goal here gets him back within a couple at 8-6 now. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. 14 yards in a Chicago first down.
A gain of 14. And the Bears first down.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Tight dog. Whip. Watch the whip. Say. Alert. Motion.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Incomplete. It's second down and 10.
They'll try again from the 36 on second and 10.
Hey, Haywood.
42. Watch the flag.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. The kick by Tavecchio is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And Ingram hauls it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Alert. Hey, wahoo!
First down, a run with Cohen. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Hey, watch the screen.
They try again with Cohen. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Down, 180. Mike 50, Mike 50. Move. It's our time. Back, 80 weapon. Check. Lucky. Check nine. Kill.
Watch the air.
Alert.
Switch.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A pickup of 5 that time and a first down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Yo.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
To throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll go again to Jones. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
48 Mike. Oh, yeah.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Ha-ha, Clinton Dix, of course, a former Green Bay Packer, there on the stop. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, Zoo.
Rodgers now to throw. That's complete to the former Aggie Jay Sternberger. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 36.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 36. This is Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great effort there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Packers have taken the lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball, because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Again, it's Cohen. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Kevin King with a pick. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Let's go. Let's do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Well, we'll see if they can do it here. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Hey, exit.
Mike's 42.
Second and 5 now. Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Kill. Motion. Pop.
Hey, 18.
42's the mark.
Lock in. Alert.
Fourth down. Here's Trubisky. Finding Gabriel, complete. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
A lack of discipline defensively on fourth down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Trubisky to throw again. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Alert.
Mike's 42.
Again, it's Trubisky. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. Finds his tight end, Ingram. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 25-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
180.
Check. 42's the mark. Now let's run.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On 2nd down, it's Cohen. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Let's go, defense. Here we go. Hey, 18.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
They'll try and run it in with White. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 23 here on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. So what can the Bears do here as they'll go for 2?
Mike's 42. Mike's. Let's go. Come on. Check.
Now Hundley. This will be his first throw off the bench. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Mike 48. Mike 48. I got you, pump. Gun. Motion, pump.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. That's going to set them back 5 yards. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Let's get out the field, defense.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Jones. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines.
You need to get the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead. But that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
The drive starts with a run by White. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cohen, and he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Packers are going to win this football game. So this one fairly well in the bag as they take over with a 1st and goal. The Packers looking to get out of here with a win as they take the knee.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the Bears' 9-yard line.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Green Bay, a final win here means they'll finish off the regular season at a solid 13-3. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Chicago, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And the playoffs will run through their house as they'll get the week off and get set to host a divisional round game in 2 weeks' time. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.